And all five coming through different directions, really, for EG. Icy finding the first onto Verno. Him to activate a little bit late. He needs to come in, but it's just too late. His entire team is gone.
That felt a little too easy, I'm not going to lie. Everyone just kind of walked in, found their 1v1 wins. And even though Zen was able to find a couple of consolation kills.
Off, and now you're going to be rewarded for staying.
Well, Aspis for the first. Good damage coming through. Ye with follow-up to find one. Overheal going to be in the mix. Cortesia on the backside of the site, just kind of delaying this hit as Ye continues to connect, but eventually he will drop, leaving Nature to be the one to try to follow away in. Haunt's going to be sent.
Spike planted.
Doesn't really affect too much. Again, there's those persistent clove smokes that continue to be placed. Post-mortem here for Ye. Nature and Icy trying to work together. While the paint shells land? Oh no, not like this. So now all of a sudden, Cortesia stuck kind of in the corner here. You've got Verno trying to watch over the side. Did they see the information on this wrap? They can ping the Vandal. They want that so badly. Here comes the look. Able to get one. Pass back over the top. Not able to get it though as Verno has the lineup. That's going to give you an intention that there will be some sort of a C hit here. Snakebite at the front doors. Bouncing on into sight, or at least attempting it, is MIBR. Salvo meets them though. Ye still on a corner up top. Derek for three, just playing the deep angle on ramp. And MIBR just cannot get into sight. And that's why EG are not bothering trying to take the fight early.
I don't know that Super is posted up. Are they going to spot this one? Showstopper in hand. That's
unreal.
But it gets traded.
It's so good from Supa, and even better from Derek, just spamming through the railing, catches the head of Verno, and now you've got the potential to open up the flank through tree if you want to, or probably through the mid doors. And it's going to be a 2-2 split up for this retake, and they are going to try to make sure that nobody gets through it. Derek, are we kidding? Stuck in a bit of a corner. Stealth drone deleted, and Ye finds two. Can bring himself back to life. Arches in, is able to find only one, and MIBR is just getting suffocated on this offensive half. They've got no room to work with, nowhere to go. Verno stuck in a corner, blast pack just to kind of keep his aim a bit awry, and Icy will finish that one off. Stingers, you're looking to go quickly. You got the Rolling Thunder, you got the Armageddon. Rolling Thunder comes through. Ye affected, or is he? It's an aesthetic utility. It doesn't matter if you're stunned or not if you're Ye. Arches in, trying to stay alive. Verno Zenom, don't bring this back. Weapons to be collected, Spike looking to be planted, but Verno, is he actually going to full commit to this? Because Supa's going to play over through stairs side, doesn't have the snap fully in play, but can separate it. Offensive toxic screen goes up to delay this play a little while longer.
By the way, Ye can still drop smokes, which is what we saw there. It helps Super out a little bit, but there's been no plant. Might be a cutting noise. Most aggressive.
Necessarily as great.
Most aggressive that we've seen from EG so far onto Rumble. This is actually insane.
Well,
they're getting punished for it.
Yeah, I was going to say, they've ran the same utility before on this where it comes to paint shells and prowlers behind it, but MIBR able to scale through it, find those eliminations deep, and now it looks like a very comfortable round for them here with a 4v2 post plant.
What a 1v1. Zenom good for it. That should be the round now. 3 recovered for MIBR. You would think, yeah, Super might want to do some damage. Does so, but not enough.
Then the Nightfall behind that. Counter Armageddon being sent in a really decent position, but Derek is the one to connect. And then a little bit of spam just to make sure there is no follow-up with Superman also playing on this connection through tree, or probably again through that mid door. But Verno and Zenom make this a little bit more doable up until... And this round will, well, maybe still develop into something. As Zenom finds that headshot, can plant, has the Viper's Pit. This is not over yet by any stretch of the imagination. Ye's moving quickly. Able to get the decay into play, but Zenom finds the elim.
No way.
Oh, for the 1v3. Icy's going to tiptoe around the side. Shorty doesn't fully connect. A little bit of spam on both sides, and Icy. Ye still playing. He's played this angle almost the exact same place, exact same rounds, just behind tree. It's good for the trade. Arches in, just trying to get the isolated 1v1 onto Ye. Tough battle versus El Diablo, but he's got help. Ye going to bring himself back to life. Not going to do much with that, though. Meanwhile, keep your eye on Aspis. He's all the way up and over towards ropes. And Nature on a Stinger isn't going to feel great about peeking this. Special delivery connects. Gives EG a little bit of room to work on this platform. The drop down in towards Cortesia's direction. No, backs away. And we'll stay to the 4v3 as we're waiting for Supa to get the rotation back over through small.
Super and Verno are likely to spot each other very soon, depending on how these walls played. Likely waiting for a timing from Super to play into this one. It's MIBR coming out on top. Is Super the only one left?
And he's really got not much room to work with, nor time.
EG have been, especially in their winning rounds, to just completely shut out the members of MIBR as they do so once again.
Oh, that's so frustrating because this is a round where like full purchase is just not really available for either team.
It's his turn.
Nothing.
Won't do anything with it.
Can't even fire back. But to be fair, I mean, it's just after you get to a 3v5, like you just have so much you have to clear. Like you can't really put it onto Aspis. It's just there hasn't been an opportunity. And kind of again, let's just reflect on these 4 rounds that MIBR have taken. One was in the bonus that they were able to punish. The other was in a Stingers Rolling Thunder round that, again, I think illuminated the fact that MIBR, if they can get deep onto site, it's difficult for EG to retake. And that was the case in their 4th round win, that you get a little bit deeper onto A again, and it's just, they can't contest with it. Showstopper out for the retake here, though. May not even be needed. Verno, last one standing. You've got Supa on the long route. And honestly, EG can just sit here and wait a little while longer.
30 seconds
Paranoia
left.
Comes through. Now you have to start making a little bit more noise of your evil geniuses because the door will start to open up some space. Icy on site, able to find Cortegia. And now you look over to what Supa can find for timing. Easy peasy, no problems. The only way that the defense can try to contest this is by through waterfall. And Icy's going to find a bit of a collapse, double headshot. Oh, that's annoying. Marked up by the C's. Just kind of stuck in position. Ye finds the easy kill. Spike now planted, 3v4 for the retake, and you've got Verno at low health. Archigen stuck over towards Pit, and they know he's there. Oh boy.
Will be cleaned up now.
Should be. Gets one for his efforts. Zenom follows up. You got to remember that he's kind of the Sheriff King so far in this map. But time is going to be a major issue, especially considering that the salvo may have been re-earned at this point. Hard to say.
Plus the fact that Ye can continually drop smokes even after death, and long range advantage for Supa. Outlaw in hand. How can you even do this? Trying to swing on in. It won't be enough.
Might need it. Zenom stepping up. Has avoided a lot of this opening utility. Good delay coming through initially, but Nature still able to find first blood. Verno stuck over towards Waterfall has been marked. It is dealt with quickly by Ye. And Supa continues just to keep Aspis at bay. No need to overchow this. You've got the plant. You've got the 5v2. This should be a casual 12th round right here for EG.
A super quiet game for MIBR, Aspis included, who's here, who needs to now deliver a little bit. There it is.
See, Mound the Prowler has read this out. Is EG going to commit to it? Aspis instead with the showstopper, but Ye finds one, and then, well, he's not dead yet. Right back into the play, so it's a free first blood in certain regard for EG. And Ye wants to get a little bit more! Oh my goodness! How has he been able to find that? Aspis will at least be able to find his own trade by way of the paint shells, but Ye has done so much damage, and now a 3v3 develops. Waiting for Cortegia to make their way over, and Supa may have the cutoff, but changes his focus at the exact wrong time. Armageddon's going to be called to flush out the player over towards tree. They know where Supa is. He would have to snap, make its way on, and will attempt for plant, but instead, Icy's able to find Archigen, and Supa does find the cross from A to B on the defender. So now you've got a 5v3 post plant with a Viper's Pit to possibly win the map.
Yeah, Zenom dying there is absolutely awful, but Artizine losing his positioning over towards spawn means that Zenom was going to get crunched. You'd just like to have seen Zenom maybe at least get a 1-to-1 trade, which doesn't happen. This is, by the way, EG winning now on a Thrifty. 2 upgraded guns. MIBR have no ultimates. They have to play into Armageddon. They have to play into Vipers. But this is so difficult. I mean, there are 3 guns, but now there's 2 guns on EG with superior members as well.
And this has to be something from Verno and Cortegia over through tree. But look at this. Evil Geniuses just huddle back together. Aspis for 1, though. Can they spam anything else out? Time is running out. Cortegia finds another. That's going to drop the pit. Is there a chance to continue to clean this one up? Ye from inside the site. You don't have that Armageddon anymore, so it has to just be gunfight wins. Nature, Haunt in the corner, just waiting for the timing. Finds the first kill. That should be enough. It didn't get the halfway. No chance. And we'll say, I'm out of here. And in that moment, Aspis through mid, able to help out for first blood. And then, oh my goodness, Cortegia right through the wall of tube is good for another. The action not done as Verno's able to help out. Archigen on the site itself, leaving Derek to a 1v4. Delete the sentry turret. Long range shot does tag. I think he's seen Cortegia caught in the reload initially, but Yeah, this is just fiddling with damage, and yeah, there's Cortesia just over the top. And the last knife will be sent out. Long route from Zenom. Red, though, by Supa, so that flank is shut down. Now MIBR have to contest from the front. Opening shot's good for Icy. No follow-up, though, as Aspis is able to collect his second of the round. Over the top, Verno able to get another. And now it's just down to, can MIBR flush out this post plant deeper in towards the site? This is a big fight here, and Archer's in provides. Now the Cove can go down. You can jump in, at least get this thing close to halfway, and win that moment. Aspis will find their third elimination.
Then pushes Icy away after he catches a player 4v4 now as we're back over towards B.
Oh, clean angle from Zenom. Gonna get information on another Cortesia, just making sure nobody hits over towards the yellow part of the map as Ye is in trouble. And oh no, they commit the lockdown to this as well, Avril. Oh no, not like this.
Towards A, can they run through?
Whoa, whoa, not like this. EG, seen and anticipated from playing around the back of A, still come away with the angles and the eliminations that they need to get the spike planted, and now a 5v2, and what probably won't be considered a thrifty because of the purchase, but call it what it is. It's a half buy at best. Aspis, corner, easy for the first. The rest are going to be more difficult, though.
That's the Hunter's Fury in play as well, so extremely difficult. I don't think EG would have been able to pick up that many upgrades, considering how many deaths on MIBR were actually off-site. Actually, look at where those were. Time is running out, though. They have to force out the Hunter's Fury. Aspis needs to get a little bit more aggressive. So 3 alive.
Well, they get the Hunter's Fury out, but there's going to be enough time.
I don't know if they have time.
Yeah, they don't.
I think this is a loss.
It is. Oh, look here, no command going to be spent this time, though. That's enough to get EG through and over to yellow. Plus, you've got Ye on knives. He cuts through mid. Archer's in, going to show force through top kitchen. But the spike should be planted here. The Hunter's Fury, the lockdown, both still at the ready, though, for MIBR on this retake. And with that pick onto Ye, it's going to feel a little bit more doable to try to commit to that. But I see behind this, all this could be so huge.
I've seen on 5 as well. Icy needs to find the correct timing here. He's got
Perfect.
1. His positioning has been known now, but he has more than done enough. 3 versus 2. Hunter's Fury is there, but I don't really know if MIBR can achieve much, if anything, at this stage. Shockdown onto Artazine, and we're not expecting too much more. MIBR are wising up ever so slightly. In fact, look at that. Just makes the call to lockdown. He feels the pressure.
I was going to say, that's what you're banking on, though, if you're MIBR. It's like you can commit over towards A because you've got the lockdown here, but they lose Cortesia. And now you got a little bit of an opportunity for Hutchinson to try to find some timing, but Icy's right there to beat him. Also, the information onto Verno. So things looking really positive here for EG. Don't even need the Viper's Pit on this post plant.
His positioning.
Oh, here we go.
Unspotted.
Wall will drop. EG going to find all 3 eliminations that they need, and now Supa will eventually get the battle of that. They're still looking to see if they can find Zenom in the backside of the site, though. Oh, what a flash.
Two left remaining. They haven't planted yet. This is looking dire. MIBR in strong positioning. They could even commit the ultimate if they want to.
Oh, looks like
They're not going to get a plant now for EG.
Yeah.
Last player standing.
So it looks like EG's just trying to bait that reckoning out, but not going to happen. So just down to Icy, 1v4, not going to happen.
Largely getting this one for free. It's going to be MIBR playing for a retake.
If Icy can get this high ground position, though, it'd be huge. Reckoning gets called out, but Artson's going to fall. Aspis able to take down Icy, though. Hunter's Fury already spent. Derek follows up. Long-range battle with Aspis. And he's able to subside it just for a moment to get back to safety. Viper's going to get called in. Null Command is also 1 elimination away, if I'm not mistaken. Shock Dart out. Verno taken down by the Fracture. And so now you got the Null Command to be spent. It has to be just raw gunfight wins. Aspis loses his. Just down to Cortesia, who does not expect Derek to be playing as close as they are. Evil Genius is still pretty planted, though, and actually getting aggressive with Supa playing deep through green. You able to find 1. Oh, he was completely unpredicted. And how about that third shot? So Evil Geniuses will only lose 1 in the process. Supa also able to follow up onto Verno, and there's just nowhere for Zenom to go. Ye to force their way into something, and it may just be the direction of Ye who's got the hot hand. Yep, that's the spike down as well.
Happy to just take that duel as well. Survives on 7 HP. 3 left remaining here. Even an extra Supa in towards mid, just in case something happens, but actually not expecting much left out of this. Both our Jets, I think, are basically on 1 HP here. I don't think Aspis has any life. It's not like MIBR are going to be moving anywhere else. Commit to this one. Try and take away some of this anti-eco and wait for a good gun round coming up next.
Yeah. The thing about it is, like, These have been convincing rounds for Evil Geniuses, so the purchase on this full gun round is going to be pretty limited for MIBR if they don't find much here. Yay? Oh, goodness. Could he get all of them? Yeah, sure could.
No way, dude.
He's got knives already.
To access B, so it's gonna have to be an A finish.
Alarmbot's gonna reveal this. Nature in the corner, good with the stinger for the first. Shock dart, fragment, try to delay a little bit of space, a little bit more time as well. Down to 20 seconds to play with. Verno, whoa.
Big reveal.
Comes over the rope, finds elimination, tracks backwards. IC can't quite lock down the shots quickly, so a chance for the 2v2. Now keep in mind, you've got Ye at low health, but he's in one-tap territory, and oh my goodness, how does he get the other? Ye deletes it, wants to hold on a little while longer, and does at least go 1 for 1. Cortegi able to find at least the trade. High tide out, MIBR make their way in. Just over this toxic screen is Icy with an outlaw. Down low, Nature shut down. Derek only gets 1. So Icy's gonna have to hit. Finds the first, but can't get away. MIBR now with the numbers 1v2 situation, but Supa tries to force the battle, finds the first connection, but is tagged down to critical health.
It's a stinger as well.
Yeah, Artisan's gonna get forward and find the shot. It just comes down to what angle can Ye find from here, because if he connects and shuts down this potential flight, it'd be huge. But no, initial angle does not come through. And Aspas able to find one, but Ye connects twice
Ye still got it.
Screen on the cross. And he knows that there's been some sort of a crossover by the offensive jet.
One enemy remaining.
And Derek's there to find that, and oh my, Ye just takes over. Back into the picture now. Shock dart chews him down to 25 health. Aspas up top, and okay, this is a very good spot for him to be in, but somehow Derek's able to provide, but Verno's double gets us to a 2v2.
With upgrades. Super's unknown though, that's a bit of a problem. Ye, however, is extremely known and they're going to collapse on top of him. Suddenly this round feels really winnable, but they're going to rotate. They have no idea where Super is. Super can get one spot ahead, but didn't quite have the gun out. I think he's been spotted as well. They're going to double beacon.
Oh, nice.
And they're going to get him. For EG, that would have like even an unrecoverable rifle, and just the rest of the players couldn't have it. But when they do have the guns, when Ye goes up first with an operator back in his hands, it's going to deliver.
He's got his casual third knives for this half too, Avril. Just put that into perspective, he's gonna pull him out. Reckoning is out, Flash to get Nature away, and whoa, he does better than that. He finds Aspas before he can do too much, and now Ye's in the mix with knives. Hunter's Fury to help try to clear this out. And it's down just to Artsin for the 1v3, completely suppressed. Does not see Supa up top initially, but does eventually.
We are from the bracket and moving on to tomorrow's game. Vipers put out early over the defensive side of B.
Oh, a little bulb there though from EG trying to stick for that orb. Turns into a free first blood for MIBR. The Vipers pit at green will still have EG kind of look into at worst play for some sort of a lockdown defense as the offensive one is going to be called in. Recon bolt immediately
Someone a little too far away right now.
Okay, he's thinking about it, trying to find an angle for one, and the snap almost, but not quite, and that's going to be MIBR. The jump into the site, it's just down to, does EG want to try to contest this with the lockdown of their own immediately? And no, they're going to use it for the retake.
That's going to be especially good, considering the Viper's pit is in there. Viper's pit gets played in knowing that the lockdown is going to be the response. EG are very slow about this one. They're actually maybe scared off.
There's the high tide. Recon dart also at the ready. Reckoning to be called in. Aldro try to find some information, but it's Zenom who gets the secondary elimination on this this attack in.
Oh, Zenom.
How about it? And Supa can do nothing.
Tating is icy to receive.
Recon bolt over into the corner. Stinger is what Nature is holding in that same position. Good suppression coming through, but the snake bite takes Nature out of commission. Derek with that picked up Vandal from Ye, only able to find one. And if you're Icy, you really wanted to try to help out with the lockdown, but now it just becomes a bit unexpected and unappreciated on the timing. Whoop, hey, how are you? MIBR. Okay.
I think he tagged Aspas. Aspas is on no HP.
Verno just gets so much value out of that Hunter's Fury. He tags onto a couple and finishes off onto Ye. Derek's barrel has been seen. He's gonna fall. Icy, shut down. Nature can only get one. It's just down to Supa for what would have to be a 1v3. Good snake bite.
30 seconds left.
But low on health. The spike's still in hand. But if Supa can find the timing,
they have to plant soon.
Down the player underneath. That would be where it comes down to. Inverno's seen it.
Spotted.
Artisan just gonna hold on top of where the spike had been planted. Verno, recon bolt out, gives away his position. Super! Oh! Are you joking? But no, the toxic screen comes through. Nature tagged on this aggressive play. Yay, no, shut down by Auspice. Now all of a sudden it's just down to, do you still commit to this if you're EG? You don't really have a lot of ground to work with. You're trying to get some success on this lurk through mid, but unless you get a crossing angle, it's still going to be heavily contested, and Auspice is good for not just 2, but how about 3? Knives out, but no. Falls as Nature gets the trade, but nothing further. Recon bolt deleted. He's going to be able to heat this corner for free. Here comes the walk-up. And Artson, I mean, Nature's been here every single round. He doesn't even bother to check it. I think a lot of that is thanks to Derek being up top on the Raptors, and the Nanostorm also connects onto Auspice. So now it's just down to the last couple of members for MIBR from the front. Then Zenom provides 2?
Toxins going up.
Can't be allowed to happen. Cortesia up top on 410. Supa stepping into the site. Aldrone does not reveal much, but it does get a tag onto Verno. But Cortesia able to provide the kills. It steps down to Icy for the 1v2. Both members low on health. Can Icy provide the save to keep this going like his teammate had in Supa? Verno on the corner.
The right way.
Doesn't make the first shot land. Recon bolt deleted. Cortesia a little bit deeper off the angle. Now both members have been known. Here comes the check. Quickly on the corner. Not going to find it. Crossfire setup. Time is going to be an issue. First shots from Icy, not clean. Oh no, not looking good. He's off the pistol, trying to swap back and forth. He's going to have to stick for this. He had the lockdown, but that's not going to make a difference. He finds the kill, but there's not enough time. Oh, goodness me. It got so... For the initial flash, there's the aftershock through it. Cortesia going to step up and take down 2. Icy trying to provide something in response, but the frenzy is only good for 1. And honestly, if you're EG, you are stuck. You are trapped on site. Super provides at least some sort of an exit, but Artisan, whoa, hold on a second. Does get caught. Cortesia, Verno trying to play the swing, but Icy with the frenzy. Still trying to get this job done, but very weak. And yep, that's all it needs is one more shot. Derek trying to assist with whatever utility he can. Nice shot from Cortesia. Icy the first one to drop. Derek trying to get his way in to try to contest this spike plan. He will find one and hold on to elbow. If he can get another, that'd be insane. But no, Auspice good for not just 1, but 2. Super quick trade, and it looks like EG are really showing that they do want to try to contest these spike plants, but not working out as MIBR on this bonus are in a 3v1 situation and looking good for a great start here on the offense.
Yep.
I killed him.
It will make it interesting, though. It is still Ye at the end of the day. Going to be a B split finish.
I've got your
But the help is slowly arriving. Seekers will reveal his positioning. He's gone.
Salvo from Derek, just trying to hold off this play through mail. But how else can you pause this? There's just so much utility being pushed forward. And that aftershock allows Derek to step up alongside another, but it's Nature who unfortunately can only get a single kill. And Icy by himself, a 1v4 situation, caught on the outside of the nebula in Cloud's Fade. And Ye, who's been the B Island player, is going to be called upon for the first time in a while. And he's just completely overwhelmed, but still finds his 1. That's fine. Viper's going to be vacated. Superman able to get up top. Armageddon to clear out the backside of this as the Cosmic Divide is also spent here for MIBR. Important 1v1 here for Zenon, but no, cannot connect. Verno delayed from being able to find the trade. Special delivery makes sure that they stay in front of the pillar, and in that moment, EG double swing and showstopper available for MIBR. Cosmic Divide still possibly to be spent here on top of that, and it will be the showstopper to break things over. But Ye is stuck in a corner, is going to take down 3 and then push into B main. All of that is so critical. Again, Ye has just been on that B Island the entirety of the game. Finally makes his presence felt with a good 1-for-1 in the prior round, and then a 1v. You find a pick, maybe you can flush out this Rolling Thunder. That'd be huge value for you. Last star's been placed. Goal counteracts the flash. Now to the 1v2. Oh, able to find the first, and oh my goodness.
Far too close.
Oh, dangerous moment here, but Auspice. Oh, with the knives, able to avoid all of that incoming utility. And now with the chance to just pop off and tee off on EG. Yep, headshots galore. That's going to be 3 for Auspice. And for Ye, well, you're going to be completely stuck here at A Tower. And how about it?
God, let him know about it.
EG have been good at the pistols in this matchup to this point. And how about this? Timing with the fault line has Icy for a free pick, overthrow the setup at mid.
Well, screens could be interesting.
Yeah. Well, Ye gets the isolated 1v1 into Zenom, so now it could just be EG focused forward in this 5v2. Seekers that they're ready for MIBR. Wouldn't expect that comes through in whatsoever here, especially with Verno just needing to be the guardian of Cortesia down below window. Clearing out screens is EG. There's the first pick, and that will be all that needs. Okay, EG. Lots of footsteps being heard by Auspice. Supa with a shorty in the corner. They don't have a roar in the under. They don't have anything to spend besides this Cosmic Divide. Inferno! Whoa, gets 3. But Supa provides the response down to the 1v2. And the question is, where is Zenom? Gravity Vortex pulls him off for the defuse. Opening shots from Ye are good. And EG, do they have enough time? No, I don't think they do. It's gonna be tight, and no, they don't. We're still alive.
Artisan needs to activate.
Yeah, this is all about what route does he want to take. He's actually going to go all the way back over to B main.
Spike down B.
You've got a little bit of a contest here over at Dirt. It does provide some deterrence to the spike being planted immediately, but look at Icy aware of this. Shot still land for Artisan. Boombot try to gain some space as EG continue to fight this from the tower position, and yeah, it's just down to now what can... Whoa, how about that? I was going to say, what can these players up top... Follow up Nebula allows EG to try to get over towards Mail, but now here comes Cortesia with the Judge. Ye still able to find one in response. That's onto the B side in particular, so Auspice has to take his direction over towards main. Gets onto the site. Cloudburst to keep him safe. Cortesia off the reload. Oh, able to get a lot of damage done, but both defenders will fall, and we're going to get a 2v2. Artson quickly over the top. Does Derek expect this? Yes, he does.
my
What
God.
a shot from Derek, and now it's down to Zenon for another 1v2 opportunity.
This is it. This is what EG need. 2 versus 1. But look how far away the players are. Nature has been hit, and once the spike is tapped,
Blocking
you
vision.
have to respond to it. Aftershock will slow it down a little bit. Here we go. Salvos will delay further.
Oh.
Breach Teo is just so...
Yeah, but he gets it to
aggressive
halfway,
play
Avril.
for
He gets it
this
to
reason.
halfway. Fault line does connect. Nature has to step in to try to deal with this. A little bit of spam coming through, but the first shots are there. And now Zenom, how do you decide how to play this? Steps up, finds the shot onto Derek. Here's the stealth drone. Zenom denies it. Auspice in the backside of screens goes unnoticed. Salvo in a little bit of trouble, but wow, a nice little deterrent of that as he's going to find more. And wow, Zenom stepping up for the third. Oh, mercy me. That's another one of those moments that MIBR could just do no wrong. And EG, down to a
What did EG really do
2v5.
that round? They waited the entire round. They didn't really make noise anywhere else, do anything to draw attention. There's no time.
One enemy remaining.
You're not going to save nothing, so you're going to make the play happen. You're going to try and at least take something away. Super no. He needs to see a shoulder. He spotted it. But it's only the Judge dropped down.
Toxins going up.
Cortesia, his turn to stop this. He won't be able to. Cortesia had on his body a Guardian, which is going to be better than a Stinger at least. And this is a better look for EG than what we saw the previous round. But can they hold on to it?
Knives makes this doable. 2v2 situation. But Auspice needs to be healed up. Oh, and Supa punishes before he can get back to
30
full.
seconds left.
So now it's just down to 1. Verno for the 1v2 and the win. Footsteps to his left. Paying some respect to it. Opening shot misses, and Supa able to get the wide swing with help from Ye.
Audio initiation down as well. No breach. They pinch these two MIBR players over on a ramp. That's Ye onto Zenom over on B side.
Oh. Impressive shot, but you don't expect Verno to also be there. Follow-up trade is good.
Pretty tasty for Auspice to consider the opportunity to take away weapons from EG. So I think minimum might not go for... Okay.
All over through vents. So this is going to be these members from MIBR stuck in. Yeah, hits the first snap. Not able to get the second. Doesn't wait for the reset. And now the showstopper for Arts is going to come through to give it some space. Showstopper on the other side with the Armageddon coming through. Trades are decent, but for EG, this is everything. And Artson makes it even more punishing. To the 2v2 we go. Cortesia is able to see Derek up top. He's your spike carrier. Tries to make his way on to A. The Viper's been called immediately to try to fermentify this post-plant 2v2.
Divide to be played in here, by the way, from Zenom.
Yep. Oh, but the timing here. Supa finds the first set with the trade to the 1v1. Viper's Pit will fall. Derek not at full HP. It's all about the timing. Here comes the walk up on the opposite side of mid. Cosmic Divide is out. Derek, just misses the opportunity to find Zenom while still in the astral form. So now it's just down to who sees who first, and Derek will save things for EG again. Long enough to get the read. He's your spike carrier, and timing is going to be everything. There's the check, and it's a double headshot for Derek. 5v3, And now you can just burst on into B unless Artson takes away the angle first, and he does find one with the paint shells, but nothing more.
Slight level of impatience there, and he would have had his back turned and potentially taken down by those two members. But if one thing EG may be guilty of a little bit too much is that patience, and they'll be rewarded for it this time. 2 kills. Now open the map up.
30 seconds.
As MIBR once again have to split the difference here. They don't exactly know where it's going to come from. Aspos will deliver the news over. Or Zenom. Aspos knows, and he has to pull through now, or at least at minimum survive what she's done through.
Yeah, gets out of there. Gives a chance for Zenom, the clutch master, to work his way back over to A. A tower. Aspos playing in the back. Cortegi is able to find Superman, so now all of a sudden, EG a little bit stuck. Nebula about to fade. Ye finds the first. Good flash to come through, but the trades are relatively even. 3v2 situation. Advantage to MIBR. Time running out. Just down to Derek. It's just going to have to be him forcing it forward.